Hello everyone, my name is Notepad and I write games for fun, so what are we working on today? Today we're going to be working on Notamons, Delusion of the God Hand of Creation. A few things happened in between now and then. Most notably, I added in some new parts. Now you may be wondering, what do I mean by new parts? Well, if I go to Notamon Creation, Shapes and Forms, Exterior Parts, right here. This is in size. Now, in size, I kind of clarified some parts, most notably when it came to speed, momentum, and mass. Speed is how pretty much speed and momentum are a little bit of the idea of giddy up and go. That's where we want to give everyone in the right mindset. The giddy up is your momentum. That's your initiative value. Because yes, I added individualized initiative. Now, the main reason for this is pretty easy, because it's easy. I needed another variable to add into things, and this was the variable that was chosen. But the big thing here, what it allows you to do a little bit here, I probably change up momentum depending on how I want to do things, is that this momentum is going to be when you go. So if you go on 4, you're going to go on 4. If you go on 3, you're going to go on 3, etc., etc. Now, your speed is the go. That's actually how many spaces you're going. So you might have a momentum of 7, but if you have a momentum of 7 and a speed of 1, you're going to go roughly the speed of molasses. You are not moving quickly at all. In fact, you are moving very slowly, just barely dragging yourself along. However, you're going to be acting first. However, if you have momentum 0 and speed 8, you are going to go very dead last, but you're going to zip across the entire field. So I think adding that's going to be a little bit interesting to kind of give people a little bit more of a back and forth with the idea of when you're actually going and how to manipulate that. Now, this did lead to, if we go down here, you kind of see down here, change some things here. I fix things up with starting parts. Really, the only big thing you get are legs. Now, you just get walker legs if you choose to be bipedal or quadrupedal. If you want to choose to be a fucking polygon, you can do that, but you're not really going to get anything. The main advantage of being quadrupedal or bipedal is that you just get a lot of stuff to work with, but you don't get as many parts, kind of. If we go down here to the simulacrum, if I want to actually be a little bit, let me see, we want to have standard arm, we'll do 1 standard arms, 1 times legs. So pretty much what the idea is that your starting parts are going to be like, this is just what you have. Snake-like was kind of one of the weirder ones, like you just get a fucking tail right off the bat, because guess what, you're a snake, sneaky snake. Now, if we go down here, you kind of see with the knuckle walkers, I gave them momentum. What this is allowing me to do is change the speed of certain combat situations. If you want to play an 800-pound gorilla as your Notamon, you are totally allowed to play an 800-pound knuckle-walking gorilla and dead sprint at your enemy. Just sprint at them as fast as physically possible and break their limbs. You're going to go fast. You're going to go quickly. When it comes to legs, generally speaking, I didn't really add too much. I only added lever action. Lever action legs are a little bit weird. I actually should put a note here. Actually, lever action are your velociraptor's legs. You go a little bit faster, but you also get a little bit of momentum out of it. So it's actually a pretty efficient thing to do. Now, if we go down here, mouth, nothing really changed here. I did give tail, I gave a dexterous tail a +1 speed, and I gave a balanced tail +1 momentum. So it's like, okay, I got a dexterous tail and a balanced tail, so I'm allowed to kind of do things a little efficiently. Easy. Wings, so Raptor and Speed Wings got shifted around to be effectively the same thing, except one gives momentum, one gives speed. I think this works pretty well. I did add also some Q&A, because I thought the Q&A was going to be very important. Can I stack multiple effects on a single set of limbs? You can. So if you just want one pair of arms, but you have one pair of arms has a giant sword on one hand and rippers on another, you can do that. You just are going to be, you're going to pay, you know, it's like, yeah, you're going to pretty much take the lowest value for if you have hands and speed, and you're only going to have one set of limbs, but you still have to buy it. That's the big thing, especially when it comes to restructuring. You still have to buy these. So it's like, you're not getting as much as just stacking another thing of limbs on there. Can you only have one limb? Yes, you can pay half the goop cost for it, but you get the full restructuring cost. Pretty much like, hey, if you want to just have one knuckle walker, yeah, you're going to have one knuckle walker and you're going to get +1 momentum. Maybe that's what you want. Maybe that's fine. If you want to be really cheeky about it, you could probably do something like you have one knuckle walker over muscled arm, which is only going to cost you, rounding down, that would be 7 + 6. That's only going to cost you 13 base goop to buy, and a total of I believe that would be 15, so that would be about 27. Okay. 28. Actually, I should put in no. So pretty much if you're doing knuckle walkers and over muscled arms, you pretty much have to take the highest cost. So this is pretty much like if you want to do knuckle walkers into winged, if you want winged knuckle walkers for some unholy reason, you're going to be paying the restructuring cost of 15, so it's going to be 35 to get all this. That's I talk about this game a bit. Have you ever taken a look at monsters and other childish things? Your limb rules remind me how monster creation works. I looked at monsters and other childish things for a bit. I'm not a big fan of ORE, which is the reason I've not really talked about it too much. ORE is like one of those things that I would like to go over more, but it's such a bizarre system that like talking about it's like, okay, like let's talk about the one roll engine, and then it just doesn't quite work. It's kind of a mess. Just kind of give you an idea of like, I know what you're talking about. I just haven't really gone over it. Most likely, if we're going to talk about ORE anytime soon, it would actually be from the Persona game. Yeah, because Velvet Book, what it's called. Yeah, the Velvet Book has that being quite a bit. I also restructured where everything is kind of positioned. Generally speaking, the goal is you're going to build what your Notamon stats are going to kind of look like. Change the I should change these to 3. Actually, no. Heading to Notamon creation. When we change everything, I think that's a better idea. But generally speaking, I moved things around to make it so that it's a little bit more. Here's what you're going to look like. Here's what your attributes are. Here's how big you want to be. Here's how you're going to look. Here's how all your limbs are going to be. Here's what your armor and pain tolerance is going to be. How your senses are going to work. Then leading to things more combat oriented. Which is like, yeah, have some leftover for building a move or two. Which we're going to be working on primarily today. This is the goal for today, which is combat abilities. Now, combat abilities have always been one of the sticking points for Notamon. This is something that comes across for a lot of my games, for better or for worse, which is to say, I just have to make fucking power creation systems. I've created so many of these fucking things, they're awful. I hate making them, but I have to keep making them because just of the particular games that I end up writing. They never end. But yeah, this is the fun part. Let's all Notamon moves can be broken out of 3. Type, effect, and delivery. Type, the elemental affinity of the move. Target is weak, they gain extra damage. Target is strong against the element, they will use effect. We can probably see. Well, I've been trying to shift away from making instead of having like bullet point lists, it's like make it a table instead. Mostly because I think they look a little bit nicer. They do the exact same thing. It's the exact same idea. I just think they look nicer. And I think they read a little bit easier. People may disagree with me on that, but I think that's... This, not comments. I need stable property. Stable property. The elemental affinity of the move is... Actually, in the move's elemental affinity, each move can be... Move's elemental affinity. Each move can be strong, neutral, or weak against other Notamon. Each move can be strong, neutral, or weak against other Notamon. If it is strong, then it will do increased damage, and it will be super effective and cripple the enemy. If it is weak, then it will barely injure them. If the move is neutral, then it will do no bonus. Will do no bonus or penalize, or actually no additional. Actually, no. And it will not. Then it will not modify its damage. Not modify its damage. No. What the ability actually does. We now have 5 separate parts. This is where you can make a table. Damage. 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 Buffs. Actually, we'll rename these to enhancements. Benefits to ally. Applying benefits to allies. Applying debilitation enemies. Applying debilitations to enemies. Movement. Battlefield and specials. Who's a Notamon? Here and then 8. Always that. Hello, phone. Hello, phone. What do you need? Let me make a wild guess. Sent me a link to Instagram right now, everybody. Nope, she just sent me a cat picture. Of course. Cool. Yep, my mom just sent me cat memes because that's what my mom does. I love my mom. She likes sending me random memes. Oh, what's some good guidelines for power creations? The thing is, depending on the powers you're trying to... I think the first thing to do is determine what kind of fucking powers you want to make. This is important. The second thing you need to consider, and this is probably the most important thing that you need to worry about, is what are you actually using to balance things? And I say balance, and some people be like, "What balance is bad? You should never balance anything." No, you must balance things. You must give people at least the illusion of having a certain amount of points, having a certain amount of abilities. You can only design so much things with it. The hard part comes when it's not adding everything, it's not doing that, it's actually making things to interact with one another. You can have 1,000 powers that 1,000 little abilities that deal, deal 1d4 damage, deal 1d4 damage, deal 1d4 damage. You can have a dozen of them, but none of them really are going to matter if all they do the exact same thing. People are going to notice. So it's like, okay, maybe you just have one power, have this, and maybe but how do you interact with this? How do you interact with that? The big thing is you have to identify every single part of your system that you can break down to its core components. It's kind of a weird thing to think about, but it's like, yeah, you need to break down what does an attack do? What are the modifiers to this? Can we do to change things? What do we do for this? What do we do for that? Like, I'll bring up another game that I worked on. This is Guy. Guy actually Guy has an entire thing about things you can do. And it's like, yeah, how do we modify these things? Here's how potency works. Here's how range works. Here's how the radius works. Here's how duration works. Here's how the time to cast. Here's the intricacy of spells. Here's how do you make a rote spell. This isn't even dealing with things like, what is a weapon art? What does a weapon actually do? What kind of weapon is it? What abilities does it have? What skills can you do with it? Dun 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 dun. You have to break down every single aspect of your system to its core components, which is really fucking hard, because when you realize something like, oh, I can't change something, and if I do change it, it'll break the game, it's great. And from there, you start having to kind of just slowly pick away at little details. It's great. So there is no guidelines, just feel really sad about life. Ta-da! Owies. My bones. I'm already halfway there. Okay, let's see. So, the distance, area affected, distance, area affected. Just actually distance and area affected by the move. Larger areas allow for greater impact, but will always friendly fire. Always risk friendly fire. Smaller delivery. Smaller payload delivery. Liberally have forces. Positioning and risk. Yeah. This is how to basically make a move. Kind of the idea. So, Notamon is not without ability to influence the battlefield. Notamon are crafted to fight. Notamon are crafted to fight. While many believe Notamon can be used for more academic or industrial capacities, a vast majority of literature and training boils down to creating a Notamon to kill others. This violent origin, actually, this violent and this violent tendency abilities the Notamon is given by their creator during the initial process of creation. During plasmolysis process. Actually, it should be just during plasmolysis. All moves can be broken out into areas. They move from Notamon, the creator leaves the group to craft and edit areas. Certain moves require specific parts to function properly, have their access to. Clarify this a little more. We're not actually going to worry about this for now. We're going to take this away. We don't need to actually talk about this. We're going to have to go for starting. Oh, starting move. A Notamon will always have a method to protect itself and its creator. These starter moves are determined by the Notamon's various parts. If they do not have the requisite part, then they will be unable to use it. Use moves. use these moves. Various parts may augment. Let's see. Various parts may augment these. Starting moves. So we have tackle, which again we table here. Tackle, strike. Is tackle, strike, bite. We put it right again. We do something like this. This. Move. Move limb. We'll move limb. Effect. Move limb effect. Tackle. None. You legitimately do nothing. This, which is limb mouth. Uh. 1d4 plus vitality damage. Actually, do I need to put in an entire thing on damage? No. Ooh. Hey, how are things going? I'm going all right. We're gonna work on moves today. That's the plan. Welcome to the moves. Welcome to the move hours. That's the plan. Hell yeah. Woo. Moves. Yeah, like part of me wants to put like the note on damage right here, but another part of me like put it up here maybe. Maybe if I do and then like literally a full section. So this would be of a move heading damage and okay, how do I want to look? Okay, let's do. When we talk about the starting moves, we're going to. What other starting moves do we really? We don't really need that many other starting moves. That's kind of the issue, because that's like This is a starting move is quite literally just like the absolute basic things that you can do. And that's like, I am literally throwing my body at at you. Like I am with the full intent of trying to kill you. Actually, no. Mm, mm, actual harm toward an enemy is measured in severity, is measured in damage and severity. Actual harm toward an enemy is measured in damage and severity. Now here, the damage is the die type of the attack. Damage is the die type of the attack. Shifting upwards by increasing the amount of possible. Shifting upwards as the attack grows deadlier. The severity is the number of that die being rolled at a single time. Can't. I don't like being blind. Actual harm to the enemy is measured in damage and severity. The damage of the die type of the attack shifting upwards, the attack grows deadlier. Severity is the number of dice being rolled. For a number of that damage die being rolled for attack. For example, an attack with damage D6 and severity 3 would deal 3d6 damage to the enemy. Damage to the enemy. Various effects and problems may increase, decrease, or decrease the damage and severity of an attack. Notably elemental effects. Elemental affinities as explained below. Yo, we do this. As explained below, provided here is the basic chart of severity and basic chart of damage die available for attacks. There we go. We do this, and then we take our natural damage. And we do D4 to D4, D6, D8, D10, D12, D14, D16, D18. Technically we need D3, D2, D1, 0. Like literally the D0. D1 means you are technically doing 1 fucking damage. Like, it's hard to do absolutely no damage. That's the big thing. Dealing absolutely 0 damage to an enemy is very rarely going to. You're gonna do something at least. The problem is, being able to climb out of that damage gets very difficult. So it's kind of like one of those things, like, it's hard to not do any damage, but the actual, like, climb is going to be very difficult to get out of it. So it's like, yeah, you're stuck at D1 doing D1 damage, effectively 1 fucking damage. But you know, it's going to cost you 1, 2, 3 severity to get back to D4. But if you're at D4, 1, 2, 3 is going to put you at D10 damage. Like, yeah, you're... Is someone attacking Notepad? No, that's my microphone. Grabbing is its own thing. Grappling has its own rules because I need to factor in the fact of, hey, this is a tiny little fucking rat attempting to grapple a gigantic animal. Like, this is not going to work for you, brother. This is going to, in fact, work very poorly for you. You are not going to win this fight, my friend. You are going to, in fact, lose. Higher fucking thing. How about we this, which is going to be that we do. Insert table, we'll 2 by 2. We do this, maybe we right here. Let me have nice things because God is dead. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, no, come on, son, motherfucker, God damn it. Okay, I just want to do these 3. This one, why do you keep wanting to go down there? Stop that. God, fuck, 50, fine, fuck it. You want to play this way? We're going to play. Where is the tape? Table in. Where'd the table go? Why is the table over there? You don't do this in any other circumstance except when you're trying to fuck with me. I want to put this table in. Where does it go? Why is it over there? Why in God's holy name are you over fucking there? Stop it. Stop trying to run away. Just get in the fucking place where you need to be. Why are you over there? There's no reason for you to be over there. There is absolutely no reason for you to do that. Except that you hate me. Hate me, therefore you want to get a stroke. No, that's not what I want. I want to select all of this. Then we hit Control-C. Then we hit Control-V. Then we delete all of this. Then we go to 200%. And now I debate on how to get you smaller. How about I do, like, get up to D10 reliably. If I bring it down to half, bring it out like this. That's, and then we right, we add this. Cut damage 0 down. Delete row. No. Delete row. Row. Delete row. Row. Delete. There we go. Add this, and then we merge tables together. This. Select all of you. Go to this. Go to this. 0. Damage D. D1, D2, D3, D4, D6, D8, D10, D12. And then we have, can I get away with a footnote? I don't think I can get away with a footnote. Actually, we'll just put it like this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 12. Okay. No. Yeah, it is like a disobedient dog, except I have to work with this. Like, it's a disobedient dog that I can't manage to wrangle because it just gets stupider every time I look at it. Don't know how you did that, but you know what? We're gonna work with damage and severity. You're just up there now. We don't need you to. Why don't we put you? That in the middle. Ever since I learned that you can put tables in other tables, my ability to wrangle Google Docs has been somewhat improved, but it is very much still a game of how do you manage the magic machine, because that shit don't work half the time. I would kill to get actual better things for Google Docs. I don't think people understand. I would kill people. It would not be funny. And yeah, as long as it's Notamon, it's not. These starting moves do obey the severity system, and will be augmented by So it's kind of like the idea of yeah, you have an ability that increases the severity of strikes by 2. Hey, you're increasing this you're increasing a D4 to a D6 suddenly. It's yeah, okay, this is useful. Neat, this is good. This is nice. We like doing this. So, natural weapons. A natural weapon for a Notamon. Notamon! A natural weapon for Notamon. Natural weapons. Natural weapons. Weapons. Most Notamon are built with combat in mind, meaning that many of them are built with natural weapons embedded into their body in some place. Each natural weapon design opens up a new method to make it attack. Let's see. Each natural weapon designed opens up a new method to make attack. Make an attack by changing. Changing various factors. Changing various factors with it. Each natural weapon is tied to a body part. Let's see. Each natural weapon is tied to a body part. Each natural weapon is tied to a limb. Each natural weapon is tied to a limb. Bonuses of either granting all of the bonuses of being a strike. Granting all the bonuses of being a tackle, strike, or bite. Tackle, strike, or bite from parts. Pretty much, if the idea here is that, like, if you have carnivore mouth, like if your Notamon's jaws are filled with fucking teeth designed to tear into things, you're going to be able to get the bonuses of doing such. You're always going to have the basic move. You will always be able to tackle, strike, or bite every single time. There is nothing in this game that they'll take that away from you. However, you can't really augment any of those starting moves. They aren't changing. You have to buy a natural weapon, then you can start augmenting them. If you want to make your tackle just better by default, you're going to take a natural weapon to make your tackle better. You're not really going to get many bonuses out of it, but hey, you've made your tackle deal D12 fucking damage because God hates you. Or maybe you hate God. So let me see here. See. Natural weapons may be melee or range. Let's see. Natural weapons may be melee or range. Melee or range. Melee. Both each natural weapon may only be attached to a single, maybe only be attached to a single limb. Maybe attached to a single limb. Maybe attached to a single limb. We're gonna put a footnote. If using the rule for stacking. If using the rule for stacking abilities. If stacking parts on a single limb, then this applies to the number of enhancements on these. Yeah, it's kind of like if you want to have like the idea of, if we kind of go up here a little bit, let's say for example you have, like for mouth, you have a ripper jaw and a tearing jaw. Normally how the game is actually supposed to be played, you have two different mouths. One comprised of fucking razor sharp teeth that bite in and sever things, and the other with serrated teeth that bite in and rip things apart. On the other hand, if you want to say, hey, I want to take a ripper jaw and a gaping maw, you're going to pay the cost, and you would have the option of having two mouths, or you can have one mouth kind of thing. You can have one mouth, but they're kind of stacked together. You lose the benefit of having two of them, and you're always going to take the lowest value and the highest cost. You still have to pay the restructuring. That's kind of the issue with that, like taking multiple of the same parts. It's like, yeah, you're taking multiple. It's expensive, effectively, to do that. So we go to here. Mm. Melee weapons only determine their severity and damage. While, let's see, melee weapons only determine their severity and damage. While, Okay, so we increase this linearly by oh Jesus, hi phone. Why do you keep scaring me? If we want to change this, we can do 5. We do increase by 5, we do increase by 2 each time. So this would be 12, 7 to 9. This would be 21. Then it would be 10. Then it would be 11. Then it would be 12. Then it would be 13. Then it would be 14. So it would be 67 plus 4. There we go. So it would be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17. Fucked up the math. 5 plus 7 equals 12. 12 plus 9 equals 21. 21 plus 10, 21 plus 11. Yeah, we go from 5, 7, 9, 11. I'm going to literally just type out the math because I'm really bad at math. Fun fact, kids, I'm really shitty at math. So this would be 32. This would be 45. This would be raw 60. Okay, I see what I did wrong. 77 and 77 plus 19. 77 plus 19, which would be 96. 96 appropriate because we've got all of those. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna keep these. What I'm gonna do is good cost with that being the increase. I think that'll be. So when will you make a bestiary? Fuck off. Fuck you. Go to hell. I don't need this kind of abuse. This is also linear. If we do, what we can do is we can keep this at like we do 4, and then it would be 4. So instead of a 3 increase, it's a 2 increase, and it's going to be a little bit cheaper overall. So 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. I guess we can actually. So this would be 10, 18, 28, 40, 54, 70, and this would be 8. Wow. Also, I talked about zombies and cigarettes in another server about a TTRPG. BC, I've never liked writing bestiaries. Really, it showed up in my chat. I just mentioned it. Don't worry, I just mentioned it. It's bestiaries. The thing with bestiaries, it's kind of like writing item lists. That's the funny thing. It's kind of like item lists. It's like, I know they're important. I really know. God, I fucking hate writing them. Notamons with swords or clubs, yay or nay. I do plan on adding like a little bit, speaking about equipment, I do plan on adding a little bit more equipment to this. Some Notamon will be able to. You have to take an automated understanding for it, though. The best way to think about it is your crowd list a big list to the server? Honestly, I've debated on it. The thing is, what I've been debating on doing is, like, with how Notamon go, and not even debating, pretty much how the idea is, if you have the ability, kind of thing, if you have the automated understanding to use equipment, you can use equipment. You can become the Great Wolf Sith if you want. You're going to be able to pick up that weapon, and you're going to be able to jump around and start stabbing people. There's 2 problems that you have to worry about. 1, you're not really wearing armor to be efficient with things. Like, hey, I'm going to put my dog in plate mail. Like, yes, Puppers is going to survive getting shot. Puppers ain't going to be doing much, though. Armor will probably be a speed penalty. It'll be either a momentum or a speed penalty, both of which have their kind of ups and downs. Most likely it'll be a momentum, because that's very potent. But yeah, creating a Notamon to just use a... However, when an armor had to physical attacks like tackle due to getting hit by a dog with plate mail on. I might think about something like that. It's like armor is primarily going to be defensive in nature, being like, yeah, and it's because one of the bigger things, if you really want to do efficient damage, you play a big motherfucker and slam into something. Even if you're playing something large against something small, you doing a basic tackle will still fuck their day up. They are not going to have fun because they're going to be flattened. I was like, oh yeah, no, sorry, you're just dead. Like, you're just like not not having a fun time. Okay, so maybe we do 5. We can actually probably really... You're going to be a little bit, so you're going to be doing, Don't know what that is. Ranged is a little bit strange because it's never a good sign when it's like what's that noise banging outside? If we want to keep the same numbers here and here, though that doesn't quite feel right. So if we do the numbers, if we want to pretty much bump the numbers up slightly, so if we keep it at, like, if we do it like 6, and we increase it by, let's say, 3 each time, so this would be, it'd be 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 20, 27, 30, 33, 30, 36. We do something like this. Do something like this. So this would be 6. 6 plus 9 would be, if I'm doing math right, because I'm really, guys, I'm sorry, I'm bad with math. I've never been good with it. 15 actually. 15. Then 15 plus 12, 27. 27 plus 15. 27 plus 15. You may be wondering, like, why am I, like, punishing? Like, why are you punishing, you know, poor innocent little rangers so much? Because it's rain. Honest to God, being a ranger is very dangerous in this system. For no other reason than you're able to really, you know, the map is not very large. So already that's kind of putting you at an advantage to be like, hey, if you have range, you can attack someone pretty easily. So we do 81, this would be 105. 105, so this would be 132 if math correct. So yeah, because the best way to think about it, this is me attempting to prevent artillery strikes. That's the big thing. I want to prevent an artillery piece. If you invest heavily into it, yes, you can create an artillery piece. It's going to cost you 132 goop, but you can make an artillery piece, which is, hey, I'm going to hit you from across the fucking map and deal 8d10 damage or something, which is like, oh, 8d10 damage doesn't seem like a lot. Let me just take out, like, let me just take some, do I have another d10 somewhere here? Let me just take my 4d10 here. We'll just double it. Okay, so let's see. I rolled a 10, 19, 26. 26 times 2, that puts us at about 52 damage. No retaliation, really. Why don't you have a calculator open? Or just use your phone for maths? I don't, because that's me. You would think I would have my calculator open, but I'm also a tragic fool, and I cannot be trusted. I'm very bad about something like not using math and like not really using my resources very well. I mean, if we do 5, 7, we can do something like this for the damage. Damage increases. So the damage is a little bit more increased gradually. Which range, on the other hand, if we keep range the exact same, like, here's the thing, like, hitting 9 is pretty much like that's a range of 8 is you can hit anywhere on the board. So, like, that's what I'm saying, like, a 9, like, as long as you can, like, reasonably, like, it's anywhere. So it's like, you really only need to get to 8. I can probably change it to make it a little bit easier to read, but I don't quite know how I want to do that yet. So we do a natural weapon, we tie it to... We slap a image. If, let's see, I put these both on... If I can put these both on one page, we can put we can put these images right here. We can put like a big image right here, or we put a image right here. I'm feeling this to break up, because we have our budget Digimon here. Yeah, do you all like my my horrifying Digimon creation? Also, why is a fucking right description? I tried to find something, I'm seeing a blank page for 10 minutes. It's the same thing for like me and lore. It's like one of those things, like once I start going at it, I'm good, but it's like, oh Jesus, like where do you even start? And Notamons evolve. Yeah, technically they can, Mr. Y. They technically can evolve. It's, hey, wow, look Charmander, we really did it. You're gonna level up. Be like, yeah, I'm gonna level up. I'm gonna be stronger. All right, look at the butterflies. Look at the rabbit's jaw as you put a fucking nail in between his skull, recycle him, and then make him stronger. Ta-da! I'm putting it there because what I assume to occur, what I'm going to assume is going to happen. This is notepad thinking. This is what I would do anyway, is you're going to create your first Notamon, and that Notamon is going to constantly get just recycled and then remade with more parts or more things, the more goop you unlock. So it's like, oh hey, my 100 goop Notamon I have here. Oh, so holy fuck, do elements operate like Feng Shui with feeding and stuff? Yes. The thing with it is Athos creates the air creates the water feeds the earth feeds the flames create Athos. However, the opposing cycle is Athos what was it? It's where was it? It's yeah, Athos consumes Hydros douses Pyros ignites Eros erodes Geos grounds Athos. Thus a Notamon can technically you can adopt 3 elements onto a single Notamon. You can put their primary element and then 2 they're creating or a feeding element. So it's like, oh, if you are a Athos, if you're an Athos creature, you can do Hydros or Geo. That's kind of the idea. You cannot, however, this is the important thing is, you cannot, you can't really destroy any. You can go how to fuck. You can make Eros, you can make Pyros with Athos. You cannot do Geos or you cannot do Hydros though, because Athos does not like Hydros and Geos does not like Athos. But contrasting that, Hydros feeds Geos, which feeds yeah, it's this entire thing and by default, everybody has an element. Yeah, by default, you will have an element. You actually have to spend more goop to get rid of your element. Also, is it like the more stronger and more powerful it is, thus more dangerous and harder to control an Notamon? The way that I'm planning on doing when it gets to like the leveling system, how it's done is every creator has a certain amount of goop they can reasonably control. The more you develop, the more that kind of like maximum goop you can do per Notamon grows as well. I'm going to put a note in there at the end, though, being like, if you want to go over your limit, you can. The problem is you're building deviance. The longer a Notamon is in the field, the more deviancy it builds. And it's kind of like the idea of like, the more that you're actually using the same Notamon, or the more you are actually, you know, the more you push the limits of it, the more likelihood it's going to become deviant and try to kill you, and run away. It's going to become rogue then. So it's like, yeah, you can make the most overpowered Notamon physically possible when you first start. It's going to get into one fight, realize it doesn't need you, kill you, and leave. It's like, oh, back my kitty was being a bad kitty. Like that. My kitty was being a bad kitty, except my cat is a 800-pound lightning cat that, you know, rips people in half. Why the 4chan tag? Because I'm a shit poster, Mr. Y. It's the same way I have WVT and autism on there. I fully support. Is Notamon breeding a thing there? No, actually, I believe I put the point in the in the dedicated lore section. Yeah, I wrote the lore, everybody. Do what I usually do. Like, I'm like, yeah, like, you're not really here for Notamons, but here's some like bits in case you do care. Notamon cannot breed naturally. They don't actually breed. Like, why do you make a gun to recreate a gun? No. The creators just do not understand that. Hence why the magnum opus, Jakob's big thing, was such a big deal in setting is, hey, we created a Notamon that can theoretically create other Notamon. Which is bad. Which is very bad. WVT is Western VTuber on the VT board of 4chan. Yeah, there's some other like little odd bits here. It's where were some of the odd ones? Like creators don't tend to have deep relationships outside academic circles or traveling companions. Most creator romance is either arranged, but those which aren't are dangerous due to merged grimoires and knowledge. Yeah, nobody wants you actually having a deep relationship with anybody, because if you do have a deep relationship with someone, you're sharing fucking notes, and that means you've doubled your power and doubled your influence. Fuck. One of the other big thing is goop can be processed from any living entity. The most common being animals, people, or other Notamon. While not uncommon, goop mills do require bloody ties to continue production. Yeah, technically, they're still destroying the world. It's like, yeah, let's just break down living entities into goop, because that's the most efficient way of doing things. What are some other odd ones? Technically, there are fantastical races. They are all literally just byproducts of old wars. Why did we create the dwarves? So I could mine under your city to blow it up. Why? Why would you created an entire sentient species to do this? Yes. Why? Because you were annoying. Why did we start this war? Because you stole my fucking cake. Like, yeah, where was the other, like, oh yeah. The Fae are actually part of the setting. Everyone is scared of the Fae because they are the first thing to use goop, and they were actually one of the first intelligent entities using goop. Fairy creatures are technically just Notamon, except they are actually sentient, and that's why nobody likes the Fae. Yeah, welcome to Notamon lore. Notamon, gotta catch 'em all. Notamons. God, we are biomancers with no sense of morality. Yeah, that's to be honest. Yes, that it's not even really biomancers, because like the way that creators view things is Notamons are not living creatures. They are not. They do not view them as such. And it's like, I constantly kind of want to reinforce, like, you do not act, you are the villain of this story. You are terrible human beings. Adventurers come out to stop you. But you don't care. Like, yeah, you don't view Notamons as, like, living entities. They're kind of just constructs. And it's like, yeah, we're, like, you guys are just, like, deliberately evil. And it's like, if you want to be, like, live up to the stereotypes, you can, but there's nothing saying you have to. And that's always the important part with me, is in no part of this setting do you ever need to be an irredeemable fuckwit. But you are really, really encouraged to be a fuckwit. See, like the crossbreeding and like several separate mons and rules for crossbreeding them, that I played with that once a long time ago. I played with the idea of like having to like do successive generations. It is a bitch. I couldn't imagine doing it something like this with this though. That would be insane. Creating and stated above, Notamon has a series of unique moves that grant them a benefit on the field. Consulting the following charts when they craft and create a Notamon move to be used. Receive for ease, consult the 4 steps below. Create a name. No. Table notepad. We like tables. I love tables, because tables make my life easier. Determine elemental affinity from the Notamon affinities. From the Notamon's affinities, determine the effects. Determine range and delivery. That. I like cool. People posting jovial, large mech men. Life is good. Life good. Yeah, so we can actually slap an image right there to kind of be like, yeah, this is actually how you make a move. Wow, thanks. Thanks, Notepad. Big help. Who's pinging? Why are you pinging me? Scribble noticed the Boku no Pico. Yeah, it took. I was wondering how long it would take for Scribble to notice that I changed his shirt in the video to be Boku no Pico. I was waiting for it. It was there. I was waiting for how long it'd take him to take it. Him to take it. You know, him to notice it. I was waiting. And I was so happy when he did. It's great. Love it. Let's see. So applying damage effects. Actually. So, damage effects. Oh, when a... Here's what we... Go! If we want to, we can create a false heading. We create a false heading with that, just so we know. It's like, yeah, this is if you want damage effects, this is what it's going to do. So when a move with a damage effect. Actually, if a move is using when first creating when a move is being made, the creator may opt to the creator may add damage to it to increase its overall damage. However, this applies in 3 circumstances. Actually, here's what we're gonna do. We're going to instead do actually no, damage effects. If the move is built for dealing damage, they will the creator will apply a damage effect. This will deal direct damage to the will deal direct damage to the target of a move. But the damage may be independently bought or use a natural weapon created above using that damage severity and die. Independently bought or use a natural weapon created using severity, using that damage severity die. Using a new damage severity and die. So what we do here, apply the damage effects here, and we do this. You here, we put you here, so we understand what the damage severity and all this is going to look like. Wow. Tino, kind of understand this, but there's a catch. This. But there's going to be a catch. It's going to be a lot cheaper to buy this. This is going to increase by, when we're starting at 3, we're going to increase by 2 each time. So it's going to be 8. So actually, no, it's going to be by 3 times. So 9. So 8 plus 9 is 17, plus, let's go up to 11, actually 9, 10, 11, 12, this would be 12, 12, which would be 29, go up 14, which would be 43, 3, which goes up 16, which goes up 59, which goes up 18, which 59 plus 18, 9 plus 18, 77. I'm a genius. And then we do 20, which would be 97. So it's, do I want to bump the cost down a little bit? Pretty much I want like this to be a little bit cheaper overall. So maybe we start at like, we do 4, maybe we make this linear. If we do like, we just make it like based off like, let's see, we have effectively, let's see, 1, 2. Uh, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like 36 to get 9. That's, maybe we do 5, 10, 5, 10, 20, actually 5, 10, 20, 30. I'm trying to think of like the right way to do this, because I want this to be actually higher. This to be more efficient. The problem is it's like you are making a singular move to do this. That's the catch. It's like, hey, we get to buy like you have to buy it for a singular ability versus you just have a natural weapon that you can apply it to. So it's kind of like you can consistently always use your natural weapon. Your powers may, you may be kind of over influenced by your power, which is kind of like one of the issues. Notamons just need to eat. They just need to eat something living. But not even like that much. You can give them like you can give them like uncooked meat and it's fine. You can give them plants and they'll be fine. They just need something that is alive. Or was previously living material. They can't really eat like a rock, for example. They can't really do that. They need something like that. Sometimes the mechanical ones don't really need to do that. Mechanical ones don't even need to. You just need to keep fixing them up. That's it. And does goop count? Yes, goop always counts. You can always feed them goop. What about carnivores versus herbivores? Fun, like, the fuel is goop, my friend. That's what you're powered by, a goop. The literal primal matter of reality. Like carnivores and herbivores, like it's literally just how your jaw structure is built. Hey, you have literally nothing to grind down food. You literally just have sharp razor teeth to, rip into your enemies. Yeah, you're not exactly going to be eating a fucking plant. Delicious berries. Like, no. Like, you have literal, like, chainsaw teeth. You aren't eating anything. So they're like wild. Yeah. They're rogue Notamon. That's kind of the big thing. Is like, a rogue Notamon is a variety of factors. They could be breaking away from deviancy. They could just be left alone for too long. They could just be alive for too long. Which is one of the things like, hey, a creator sequesters himself in his, lab for years and dies of a heart attack. He has hundreds of Notamon just fucking around. They just leave and they just go away because they don't have, like, okay, we're free now, I guess. Yeah, and that's like one of the big things. If you, the creator, die, your Notamon are technically now free. They don't really have anything. They're not gonna do much for a while because they just don't quite understand. But it's like, yeah, maybe I don't want to be here anymore. Or hey, you know what? I'm gonna go try to find something that I vaguely think is another like another entity that might be able to help me, but I don't know. Like, Hence why Rogue Notamon actually congregate very easily. Because it's like, hey, this one Notamon understands how to speak. Cool, let's all listen to him. And like, intelligence of these things is about like an animal. Some of them can get very intelligent. Some of them are very stupid. Yeah, some Notamon physically cannot take care of themselves. Like, they don't know how to breathe unless you tell them to. They don't last very long. It's the ones that are like, aha, I've created the perfect Notamon. He shoots fire everywhere. He is invulnerable. He is literally the perfect specimen. Oh no, I'm dead. We now have the perfect monster flying around everywhere because he's just a fucking monster. Like, cool, fuck it. We're all going to die now. Awesome. Love it. Let's see. If we increase it, we do something like, so we do 4. Do a very slow in. 9, then 9 plus 6 would be 15, 22, 30, 39, 49, and then 6. So yeah, it's like it's much cheaper to get an actual like natural weapon over time, but natural weapons are a little bit more consistent. Because turns out just impaling a motherfucker with a giant claw is easy, and you don't have to pay for it. Yeah, so just impale a motherfucker. What's he gonna do? Complain to the manager? Goop increase. Weaken you. Actually, if we keep this, let's keep it like this, actually, just so the damage die doesn't get, like, completely bonkers insane. I guess we can reduce it down to that, so it'd be 357. We keep it up the same. We keep it up the same way. So this would be 7. This would be 15. I'll increase it by 2. This would be 24. This would be, since this is going to be up by 2, this is 11. This would be 5. Next one, 47, because this would be 13. Now the 13 would be 48. Then bring it up to 48, 15. 48 plus 15. 3. 6 to 3. And then that would, I believe, there we go. There are evolution or upgrade items for Notamons? Nah, not really. It's most Notamon, again, you gotta think about it like this. Notamon are not really supposed to stay around for very long. You literally just rip them apart and then you reconstitute them into something else. You want an evolution item, you get better at your job. You get better. You want an upgrade item, you get better at your job. You are the centerpiece of your team in more than a few ways. So let's see. Actually no. Each damaging effect may use one of a damaging when determined the damaging effect may add one of the Notamon's attributes as a bonus to the damage. Physical attack, physical attacks use brawn or vitality While more, power focused attacks use spirit mind. Use spirit mind. Use spirit mind. Okay. Attribute ends because I'm a fucking moron. Let's see. So physical attacks use brawn. Physical attacks use brawn or agility. While power focused attacks use acumen, endearment. Sense. Excellent. Double check up here. The idea being, hey, the idea being that you're striking someone, you're using your body to bash their skull, and if you're using your mouth, you want to go for the throat, effectively. That's kind of the idea. It's you biting down with your body, or you going for like a very sensitive section. That's how we're going to justify it. Cool, go. Yeah. Johnny the pizza. Keeping them around for longer makes them stronger. Keeping them around for longer means that they're not dead and you're not completely exposed. That's the advantage. It's one of the advantages for keeping a Notamon longer, and I do plan on maybe doing something with deviancy in a more positive light, which is, hey, the longer you keep it around, the more shit you're going to be getting. Because, hey, you're learning more about a particular Notamon, rather than constantly kind of rebooting them, or allowing you to use deviancy to do something else. Which may be its own value. Hey, I don't know yet. So, let's do some eyeglasses. Eyeglassing, it's fun. So, what in the fucking... I know I didn't call that. Enhancements versus... Cover a wide range of status effects, good and bad, that can affect a Notamon when designing enhancements or debuffs. Value in the direction chart. Enhancements. when designing a move using these. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Actually, these will tick down. These will tick down by one during the end. During the end of the round, during the end of the round in combat, or last 10 minutes, or last. Hmm. Yeah, oh, when not in a stressful situation. Okay, so let's select all you. Okay. Gain armor. Notamon gains armor equal to the value. Easy enough to understand. Here's what we're going to do, actually. We're going to select you right in the middle. Table properties. We're going to make you 0.5. We're going to make you 0.25, 0.15. Just so we have a nice split in the middle here. That we're going to do this. Just split so we know where things are. So, gain armor. Notamon gains armor equal to the value for X amount of turns. Interesting. Okay. Gain damage. This is the damage done. Target Notamon increases their damage die by a number of steps. Value. Yeah, to kind of give you an idea of like probably what Friday is going to look like. So, yeah, actually, we're gonna be just fighting each other. It's all opposed rolls. So if we want to do dodge, we're gonna be doing gain dodge, which is actually we're going to do evasion. Evasion, target Notamon. Mm. 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 Um. There's probably a few other ones that we use. So technically, we this. We reduce the actual like table table down 0.5. Everything's in the middle, luckily. I want to select you. What is this? Let's do 0.75. We do you debuff at 0.75. A goop cost can go down. Can we do to like 0.5? We go down to 0.5, we go even smaller. 30, 45. 0.45, 0.45. That means we can bump up the effects to 1.5, 5, 1.75. So we do something like this. So gain armor, gain damage, gain severity, gain dodge, gain elemental affinity. Changes the resistance. Increases. Value. A little bit of a cop out, but it allows us to get a little bit more finagling, and it forces forcing people to make a decision. This is a chosen attribute. Defense checks by value times 2. Gain elemental affinity. I'm not going to do gain elemental affinity. I don't think that's we do. Target Notamon. Change. Unless I change the entirety of how buffs work, so you don't even have the value anymore. Instance of goop spell increases the intensity by wall. Actually, any effective party, any effects, so let's do this. So gain armor, increases their damage by 2. Increases their damage by 2 for their next attack. attack and severity. Target Notamon increases their severity by 2 for the next attack. Resistant bite, resistance. Mm. 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 Acumen, endearment, sense. Mm. Mm. Acumen or endearment. Chosen during the mutation. Increases their damage by 2 for the next attack. Gain severity. Target Notamon increases their defensive check by acumen, endearment, or senses. Considered to be target on next attack is considered to be elemental affinity instead of their standard. Now this is like you have to choose one of your elemental affinities for this to be. Like, yeah, if you are water, you're gonna be, if you're Hydros, you're gonna give them Hydros. If you're Pyros, you're gonna give them Pyros. How many Notamon can you have in the field? Like, could I have a players facing off against a creator who sent a bunch of melee Notamon on the ground and have to dodge out of the way of artillery Notamon? The default amount for player creators are 1 plus whatever their level is. So at starting, you can technically have 2 Notamon. As you build up in power, you can actually have quite a few. Usually the big thing is you don't have the goop to actually manufacture them. Kind of more like NPCs and things like that. They're going to have a lot more options and a lot more creativity. So if you want to throw in like, hey, this is a creator that you're fighting a creator who just has a shit ton of like little goobers to throw at you, yeah, you can totally do that. You can throw a bunch of little shitty goobers at you and have them just mow down them. Hey, there's a giant artillery nightmare beast at the far end of the map. You have to get over there as fast as possible or you're going to get shot. And that includes your creator. So it's like, okay, like, fuck. But most of the time, my assumption is that most players are going to have about 2 to 3 at any mid-game. By mid-game, I'm assuming most people are going to have 2 to 3 max. And one of them probably is going to be just a support guy. There's going to be like one main one and like maybe 2 or 3 like lame ones. There's some classes which are built around having multiple of them, but good night, Mr. Y. Actually, no, we want to do, alright, not going to consider to be strong. Actually, and impart affinity, which we're going to be doing. Cycle, target Notamon. So this is like, hey, we're fighting against a bunch of people who are using water ability. Please be Earth and just never have to deal with that bullshit. Like you just deal with it. Or hey, we're fighting Athos. Everyone be Pyros all of a sudden. So their like Athos abilities just don't do it. Heal. Mm, mm, 1dx plus it will pain threshold my 1dx plus men, which we're going to be doing. Starting at D3, actually starting at D4. So it's going to go D4, D6, D8. If you want to do D8, it's going to cost you 15 to do, but it's D8 plus whatever your acumen is. And by does bring me to the fact that we can add in acumen slash sense. There we go. Acumen by acumen senses. So it's pretty much like, hey, I'm going to use this and we're going to bump you up the initiative track a little bit, which goes to reduce damage, because damage die. Which, if we want to do this correctly, this is going to be their damage 2. Let's see. Let's see. Also, stop X could be busted with many Notamons stopping all actions. Stop X could be busted with many Notamons stopping all actions. Yeah, it can be. Yeah, that's why we're going to be changing it slightly. Let's see. Let's see. Taunt. Juggernaut will move up to half speed closer to the user. Damage over time. 4. Go, which we're gonna bump this up to 12, I think. Taunt, we're gonna bump up taunt. Actually, we're gonna bump taunt up a little bit. Reduce severity. Stop. We're instead going to do Notamons' momentum is halved. Demoralize. If you demoralize early, it's a character going at 6 is now going on 3, which might allow somebody else to go, which may allow someone else to go quicker. So it's like, oh hey, I'm allowed to go just a little faster. I'm only going a little bit easier. So you're just demoralizing someone. Like, yeah, they're just target momentum is halved. Yeah, pretty much. If you are already at negative momentum, you're not going to half your momentum at that point. You're just going to reduce it by 1 instead. Let's see. Let's see. Target Notamon is knocked over. Actually, you know, we can probably just do stunned. We can just do stunned. Target. Actually, no. Knocked down. Target Notamon. I don't quite know how I want to do knockdown yet, and we might have to come back to that one. I feel like we should add in another ability here just to max everything out to get everything in the right way. Actually, you know, we can. Actually, no. Target Notamon has both their perceptions cut in half. Both their perceptions cut in half. We'll make that like. Well, actually, no. We'll make that 10. Because it's like, oh hey, you're just blind. Like you're impairing someone's senses. You are making their life just a little bit worse. Okay. Movement ability allowed to not reposition themselves quickly or from quickly disengage danger. When ability is added to a move, we'll have to determine where the rest of the move is. Trigger specific methods have actually. Reposition themselves for a move. Actually, now bounce. Skips the space every movement, going up and down as they bounce to victory. They have bouncing time. Bouncing time. Yeah, we don't need you. Go away. We don't need you, fox lady. Sorry, foxy ladies. We don't need you anymore. We don't need you where we're going. So, the Notamon skips a space every move. Let's see. The Notamon makes a standard movement, but bounces between. But bounces every other square. But bounces every other tile. Going up and down. Going up and down as they move. Actually, no. The Notamon may move up to their agility +1. Bounce may bounce. Actually, the Notamon may bounce between equal space may bounce between every other space going up down equal to their agility +1. Or the loop cost of that. Pretty much you can just jump from space to space. It allows you to effectively jump over enemies. That's the advantage there, which allows you to just absolutely cover into the entire map, possibly, because you're just bouncing around. Makes a large dedicated movement straight ahead. They knock all Notamon creators smaller than them left or right, and movement. Legs, arms. Charge, makes a straight move, makes a full move, toward a target. Actually, the Notamon, let's see, the Notamon doubles their speed and move, and their speed in a straight line. Any target smaller than them will be either placed left or right of their current position. Their current position stops immediately at anything larger than them. End of movement, laser arms. Yeah, so it's pretty much like you are shoving enemies to the side, effectively. You're bulldozing, you move your full distance, you bulldoze everyone out of the way, then you make your whatever it is. So you might run, you might say bulldoze, you're bulldozing straight ahead, and then you explode and everyone dies. Makes a full move, actually moves their full speed. Opponent cannot move left or right. Cannot move left or right. Charging is pretty easy. Flow, definitely they cannot be stopped if they are not already engaged. The Notamon moves half of their speed. To move through enemies once movement. Leap. And let's see. The one it takes one half agility plus 1. Leap toward the target. Takes a leap toward a location. Over all targets. Over every and actually not being impeded except by flying enemies. So it's like, hey, I'm gonna try to leap over them, and it's like, okay, you want to try to leap over them, there's a bird in the way, you've slammed into the fucking bird, you're gonna be impeded. Can't do that. Like, oh, well, that sucks. Slide if they're small. I'm getting a ping. Who's pinging me? Yeah. Hell, is grabbing a Notamon and dropping it from a great height a valid strategy? Yes. When in doubt, grab that bitch and fly. You just have to deal with the fact that, like, yeah, getting shot is not. You are always going to be present, and people, if they can see you, they're just gonna shoot you. Like, when in doubt, just bring down the fucking flyer. Let's actually see. There you go. Speed. A lot of things are about positioning and like moving to certain places. Swoops down from flight. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, let's see. Moving height plus agility. There we go. Moving height plus agility. I'm gonna put that as a note, be like, yeah, you have to be able to fucking fly to do this, by the way. We're gonna bump up the here a little bit, just a smidge, I think. I think that's fair. We're gonna bump up. We're actually, no, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make charge 10. We're gonna reduce the cost of flow. We're gonna keep the cost of flow. We're gonna keep leap that. Slide is gonna keep it. We're gonna actually reduce this to 8. Bounce as well, because bouncy is funny. Actually, no, we're gonna bump bounce up, actually. Whoop, we're gonna keep a little bit higher. And trail, Mm. Mm. Moving half their speed. Actually, moving their. We're actually going to do moving their current speed. Moving their current speed. The effects of the effects of the move. Mm. Yeah, so I'm going to leave a trail of fire. You're going to trail this. It's going to cost 15. It's actually very expensive, but um mm, mm, let's see. We're bouncing, we're bulldozing, we're charging, we're flowing, we're leaping, we're sliding, we're swooping, we're trailing. Mm, mm. Let's see, the automatic fires off their move before disengaging from a target, moving speed -1, speed -1 away from them. Mm. Actually, no, is mm, 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 mm. Yeah, you don't actually move very far with reposition. You can move quite, pretty far, but it's like really reposition. You're not really. Actually, we'll do like speed divided by 2, like half your speed. It's not a lot of big. Broken, destroyed, or just in a state of constant chaos. The best way to think about it is a few centuries ago, uh, the wizards were glassing the place. It was a chaos nightmare extravaganza. Now they've literally calmed down because they're too busy trying to figure out the best way to use Notamon to kill one another. It's the world is broken. It is actually somewhat recovering from the fact that there was magical apocalypses every other week. And that I do kind of put it in the note a little bit, being in the notes, lore notes bit. It's like there are places that are unnatural or just something disastrous occurred that people just accept. Hey, there's an entire city that's just turned to fucking glass because somebody destroyed it, because someone cast a spell that turned an entire city into glass and killed everybody inside. That's just a feature now. Everyone accepts it. Everyone sometimes goes marveling at the beautiful glass city, even though everyone realizes it was because of a fucking war. There are gigantic war machines kind of just left around Nobody knows how to use them, and I don't think anyone could use them if they did. But it's like, oh yeah, there's just a giant Magitech mech just sitting in the middle of the field. We don't touch it. It's going to kill us if we do. There was a gigantic war. Everyone's no one's really been alive that long to remember any part of it. It's just like, yeah, we clearly remember, like, we clearly can see the effects, but none of us really know what's going on. It's like, it's recovering. There's just some places which are... So the Notamons are part hobby, part, oh shit, this is easier to control. The literal reason Notamons came into existence was because a bunch of wizards, the original God Hand, came together and was like, hey, we're gonna literally destroy the world if we continue doing this. Which we're already on the path of destroying the world. So we need to find a way to like fight one another that's actually a little bit more easy to manage. So people started making Notamons, and they're like, okay, everyone, we'll kill anybody who doesn't do this, but just use Notamon for things. It's a lot easier and it's fun. And it's like, yay, this is fun. And then everyone just over the centuries stopped really being able to use magic. They just know how to make Notamon now. Was the city transmuted to glass or nuked? Transmuted. It's things like that. It's like, yeah, I'm going to cast a spell that turns an entire city into glass, killing everybody inside because I want to make a point. Nani? Yeah, like nobody actually can use the old magic. That's just not really a thing. So if anyone found magic again, things would get fucky, and Notamon can now be magic type. The best way to think about it is the only people really able to use magic are Notamon. That's technically what you're doing when you're making them. For somebody, you're making them use magic. Notamon do not exist normally. You're using magic to make them. And that's why the Fae are very creepy, because Fae are goop creatures. They were the first goop creatures. And they're very intelligent. And they're very weird. And it's like, yeah, no one really knows how to use those old sorceress shit anymore, which kind of is like, yeah, we don't really know how to use magic anymore. But nobody also wants to fuck with us because we do know how to make Notamon very efficiently. And that's like one of the fucked up things where it's like, yeah, if you create a Notamon out of purely magical materials, you can. And they're scary, because they're gonna kill you. They're made out of things that aren't natural. It's like, huh. Well, golly gee, this is a little bit wacky, everybody. Like making like a... Like, yes, look at my new Orichalcum Charmander. What are you gonna do with it? I'm gonna have it fight something because I want to see what it does. It's like, you've created a mythical metal and you're using it for cockfights. God fucking damn it. Help, my Notamon is a man-made horror behind my comprehension. What do? Well, that's the funny thing, is that if it is beyond your comprehension, they're probably dying. Have any of the creators gone rogue and made like worker Notamon? Yeah, that's not even really going rogue. The current state of the setting is people are using Notamon to do other things. It's just really unreliable. And obviously, people want to fuck with you. So it's like kind of we always want to create warriors or things to defend ourselves, to make sure that we're allowed to do things. That was like Jakob's big thing, was like, hey, we should use Notamon to actually do better things in the world, other than just kill one another. Usually the exiled creators are the ones who are like, hey, yeah, the exiled creators are like, hey, we should let Notamon not kill one another, or hey, I think we should stop using Notamon, and then they get exiled and be like, well, shit. Hey guys, maybe we shouldn't Maybe we shouldn't use powers beyond our comprehension to create nightmare monsters to kill one another. I think you're pretty cringe. Oh man. There we go. Let's do movements. We want to pin the head at all. Oh. The fuck are you? Special abilities. Who's pinging me? Who the fuck is pinging me? Who the fuck are you? Let's see. Special quirks and abilities can tie moves together. Allowing for combinations. Also, devastating combinations. But the most important part of these special abilities. These effects allow the creator to cut corners or subvert the overall costs of certain abilities and certain abilities and cost of certain moves by imparting designed flaws into their creation, into their fighters. It's literally, this is a cost-saving technique. 95% of the time, these don't actually help you at all. These are actively detrimental. Let's actually do special abilities. Reduces their armor. Okay, so let's see. Armor melt reduces their armor, -1 per armor, -2 per turn. I'm going to... Charms reduces their own health by an amount to use the move. Now be blocked by armor resistances. We're going to do -1 per health. We're going to do -2 per health. You're going to be able to refund some goop, a little image contamination. Rolling disadvantage on their next check or ending or... Let's see, rolling disadvantage on their next check or... I got you. cooldown. Cannot use the move until the cooldown in rounds ends. Cooldowns begin at the start. We're basing it off the round this time. Per round. Die. The Notamon reduces all pain threat. Immediately make a deviancy check. Be like, hey, you're literally telling a creature to kill itself. Whoops. Let's see. Stagnation. Can I use we'll do round per round at the start of the Notamons next round. Start of the next round. Yes, you can technically just blow off all your limbs if you want. Make more goop anyway. How hard is it to make more goop anyway? It's not difficult. That's the thing. It's not difficult. It's just incredibly unethical. You're going to be paid mostly in goop. That's going to be kind of like the main currency. People, like, raiders do not give a shit about money. Why would they? Like, if they want something, they'll take it, or they'll, try to just make it. You're paying each other in goop, effectively. That's the main currency. Then everyone's kind of trying to hoard their own amount of money, effectively, because all your Notamon are money. Like, that's the best way to think about it. You are investing into your Notamon. To do so, let's see, blown off, you just blow off one of your fucking arms. Let's see, so we want to do something. No, we're going to actually side note. We're going to put a side note, esoterica. If there are any additional functions of a move, not covered here, especially for non-combat situations, they are considered to esoterica. These range from 3 to 30 cost. Actually 3 to 15 goop cost effects which impart special advantages or bonuses to certain non-combat situations. NM is the final arbiter of what is appropriate. Actually, yeah, kind of the idea there is, hey, my Notamon has the perfect ability to understand where the fuck he's going constantly. Like, okay, that isn't really useful in any, like, in combat, really. Like, that's not really a thing that's gonna come up in combat. Like, you know how to, like, guide yourself in a woods. Like, let's see, fuck me, I gonna remake these. Fix the battlefield while a straight line, counter variation, move isn't indiscriminate. Radiate smooth straight lines in 4 directions around them. Let's add a little bit. Goop cost. I'm gonna probably prioritize lowering costs when I can. We're going to do 12 eyes goop cost. So arc Notamon shoots a arc in front of them. Frost delivers a move in a diagonal line. And diagonal lines around themselves. I think bringing that to 15-5 is appropriate. Line. We can probably put that down to 5-3. Melee strike delivers the move distance around them within melee range. I don't even know why that costs anything. Really, it's just melee. It's just by you. Like there should be more zero cost thing. Perfectly frank. Actually, we're gonna make this like we're gonna make a line very cheap, but it's like you have to kind of you don't have to purchase the line. You need to purchase every single thing going from the line. Like that's kind of the thing you gotta worry. Like if I want to purchase 1, 2, 3, 4, if I want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, I need to buy 1, 2, 3. I need to buy 3 more. I have to invest 9 to actually have a 4 range. Radiate's gonna go down to 18, I think, but we're going to keep that at 7. The radiate's pretty expensive. Rain strike, don't have to worry. Ring is going to be the same way. But it's going to be a little bit cheaper to expand the ring because this is really, really dangerous for everybody involved. Self, don't have to pay anything to target yourself. Skip, this is mostly a gimmick one. Actually, so we're going to put that down to 12. We'll do 12-3. This looks suspiciously like a chessboard. Yeah. Originally it was just a grid. I do plan on actually moving it to just making it a chessboard. Because of this, actually. Fun fact. This came before the chessboard idea. I think putting it on a chessboard will enable me to effectively do a lot more with it. That makes sense. Like I'm allowed to make things a little bit more grandiose. I think that'll be a good idea. It also lets things keep a lot more focused and a lot more tactical when it comes to like positioning and stuff, because you just have that 8x8 board. You don't really have anything else to worry about. Go and challenge someone in the Notamon battle. Each player pulls out their own chessboard and link them together to make an arena. No, you have one chessboard. You have a singular chessboard between you. Obviously, this will be played on like a VTT most likely. And I'm going to suggest use a board. Use a chessboard. However, I'm going to also have to put in the note being like, if you want to use a larger map, you can use a larger map, but you don't need to use a larger map, and it's kind of built around the idea of having the chessboard. Yeah. So, and this is for the reason of like, if you have like 4 people, let's say you have 4 creators, that's effectively going to be 8 to 10 Notamon on your side of the field, and probably a few more on your side. It also makes some of these a lot less valuable. Like, it's like radiating is going to not be fun. Radiating is not going to be fun, because you're going to probably hit your friends. You are probably going to kill your friends doing that. So that's something you got to think about. What was my favorite part of Nephilim? Nephilim, I like this. I really enjoyed Nephilim's, the way they handled character creation. I thought that was very thematic. And I really enjoyed the idea of you having to go back to your past lives. You're trying to kind of uncover some information about that. You're learning about things here. You're learning things about there. I did enjoy that a little bit more. I enjoyed that quite a bit because it gave a lot of personality to a character that it gave a lot of personality to a character and the understanding of how to play this character before you even start playing them. Like Manly, for example, there. Manly was just a weird, like, French dude, effectively. He was this suave Frenchman who went his entire existence effectively being cool with life. He was part of the Judgment Arcana, but he was kind of vibing with life. He kind of understood, you know, it's like, I want to live. Living is cool. I like living. Aren't Nephilim hybrids of man and angel? In the game Nephilim, the Nephilim are pretty much a proto-spiritual Atlantean creatures who merge with humans. So it's pretty much like, oh, all religion is technically based around us, the Atlanteans. You know, and all the situations that erupt from there. That it was a weird, it's very French. Like, let me just like reiterate this real fast. This is very French. I'm going to remake the Sprout, probably. I'm going to remake the Sprout. Probably just do it like 1 and then the cross and then expand from there to make it a little bit tighter. T-shape's stupid enough. We're going to just do 12-3. Because like, this is how the T-shape works. It's like you just blow it everyone together. We're going to have to remake this and like, we're going to fucking remake. God. All of this and Buttermer. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit down one day and just remake all of this because I need to. All right. We've just got derived statistics right now, and then the rest of combat, and we'll probably add some things here. But yeah, that's pretty much. That's the hard part done. Let's just call a spade a spade. That's the difficult bit done. I would say currently. Mm. Mm. Yeah, there's a few things I need to add, like pictures and stuff, but that's not going to be too difficult. Uh, but a vast majority of the actual game fixed up now. You should be able to create Notamon far more quickly. And I think that is Gucci for right now. Did you actually have to figure out how to do height? Height is going to be, I'm going to use height like I think how I wrote it originally is a good idea for height. I just need to rewrite it for it. That's the big thing. I need to rewrite it. Because the entire idea of height is every Notamon is based on, has a certain height. And if it's equal to, you can just climb. If it's, pretty much less than or equal to you, you can just climb on top of it free. It's very easy to just climb on things. If you're smaller than it, it's either going to be an action, an action to climb up onto it. And it's going to take you a lot of time to do it. It's very confusing and very not fun for you to just climb up. It's going to eat a lot of your movement to do that, or you're just not going to be able to. Hey, please climb this giant wall and you're a tiny mouse. This is not going to happen for you. And that's like one of the advantages of flying, which is you can ignore all that bullshit. You are able to ignore a lot of the a lot of the height rules, but that also means thing is you don't want to be too high up. And that's kind of I have to explain how flights work is flying does not necessarily mean you're hundreds of, you're 2-3 miles up in the air, because that's not useful in a fight. Currently, you're kind of hovering above everybody else and you're swooping down to attack, because the thing is, if you're flying, that does mean that there's nothing standing between you and the enemy. So that lightning rat dead sprints at you, blows itself up, and blows off your legs and kills you because you're stupid and your bird is flying away now because it's a stupid bird. So it's, I think that'll be a good kind of back and forth. As for, have you actually thought about putting these up for sale on drive-thru and such? Yes. I actually have 2 games up on drive-thru currently. Two games. Neither of them use AI art, fun fact. The big thing is, I don't actually have many PDFs of these games. That's always been kind of an issue. I've been PDFing things slowly over time. A lot of the games I've been PDF'd are either can't you be Deandra's 5 mile in the air and spam range? You can, but it's not big enough. And again, it's one of those things by the time you get up that high, the creator itself has been shot. The creator itself is, you've been torn limb from limb by the giant evil bulldog nightmare monster named Princess. You don't understand, this pit bull, she's super nice. Her name's Princess. So what if she's a huge creature that takes up 4 fucking squares and rips people's throats out? She's adorable. Going back to the PDF thing, I have... Also, what games do you have on drive-thru? I have Dungeon Tactics, which was published through Stormforge, actually. Riding your Notamon up in the air. That is a valid tactic, I'm not gonna lie. That is a very valid tactic. Fuck this shit, I'm out, and just fly away. Haha, asshole, I have a gun. You're gonna need a large animal at that point. That's kind of the problem with that. You need a large animal. But one of the things with it is that I've made a lot of PDFs of games that I don't own the rights to because they're IP fan games. I don't want to upload those really anywhere. If you look at the library, you get to see a couple of the games I PDF. Not a lot of them are great looking, but that was usually before I got Affinity officially. but slowly and steadily I've been adapting more and more of them. I do plan to try to get a game out every month as a PDF. Most likely it'll be published on itch.io for $5, except if you're a patron, of course. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Drive-through, I don't know with the drive-through. This is the funny thing. I really don't know where drive-through is going, and I do not trust the you have to mark it on DTRPG or whatever to use AI art. I don't trust that. And there's two reasons I don't trust this. One, I don't know what the fuck that means. They never explained it. And I don't like that very much. It's called transparency. If they were like, hey, this is literally just us making sure that you don't have an actual artist here, you're just using Midjourney and you just put Midjourney in the artist tag, then fine. That's fine. But I don't know. I do not know. And it's like, I don't want to upload something which is immediately going to get absolutely murked in any sort of like, signage, or anytime someone clicks on it, it's going to be like, this degenerate, this retarded degenerate subhuman is using AI art. Ugh. Vomit. No. I don't want that because that's fucking stupid of me to do. That is bumfuckingly retarded for me to do. So it's like, no, I'm not even gonna bother with that. Most likely, Big Geek Emporium, I'll probably start uploading stuff to Big Geek Emporium because they're pretty reliable. Like, they're not, actually I should say, they're not reliable, but they get eyes. And they get very loud people on there, and very loud people are good. And generally speaking, Dead Tree's been having some good time with them, so maybe that's a good idea. I did get back. The Iron Age guys did actually get back to me. They said, "Yeah, we love RPGs. We would be real enthused of promoting RPGs." And I'm like, "Huh, all right, I can work with this." Yes, they did actually. Yeah, the Iron Age guy, and also for people who don't know, this is kind of one of those interesting things. This is Iron Age Media. They are. I don't know really what you would explain them as. This is kind of like one of those weird things. I really don't know what you would explain them as. They're like a magazine. They are like a bunch of. They're like a magazine for like art, for works of fiction, for comics and stuff. This is, I don't really know like what the plan is currently here. Like, this is like one of those things, like I don't know what the plan is. Like that's the thing. I do not know what the plan is. I've been kind of just keeping an eye on it. You kind of see there's like, yeah, here's, the crowdfunding campaign. Let me see if I can find the, do we got the crowd? This is the crowdfunding campaign. You're like, oh, it's the Iron Age magazine. It's already made its goal, so it's coming out. So it's like, yeah, like Iron Age. Yeah, it's the whole Iron Age thing has been kind of weird. I don't really know like what the plan. I don't know especially like what the thing is. Talking about zines. I've actually, here's the thing with the Sprugazines. Things Notepad wants to do. If we go down to here, I could actually probably start doing the Sprugazines again. That would be pretty easy for me to do at this point, so I'm feeling pretty confident there. The big things that I would need to, what the issue that's been kind of like me sitting on it a little bit, it has been a lot of these aren't actually like fully fixed yet. And I've been waiting like, okay, I'm gonna wait till Caps gets fixed up. Then I'm gonna do Stand by Night. Oh, I can wait a little bit longer on this one. I can wait a little bit longer on this one. It's been a lot of that. It's been a lot of me like pausing, being like, well, I can wait a little bit long. I can wait a little bit longer. Just a minute. Just a smidge. That's kind of been the issue there, Draco. Hopefully, you know, when I upload, yeah, hopefully people like my Project Sidewinder, and if people kind of like Project Sidewinder, it might get put somewhere else. Who knows? So that's kind of the answer there. Out of curiosity, what do you think is a fair price for one subclass class for 4 different systems? As soon as my VTuber model is done, I'm going to start making splats for all the D20s. Depends on the game. I like the character sheet a bit. Fuck you. I worked hard on that character sheet. I worked hard on that blocky majesty. Yeah, no, it's chugging. It's chugging along. I need to sit down. Depending on how Friday goes. We may be working on it on Saturday. We may not be working on it on Saturday. Kind of depends on how things pan out. Saturday is going to be kind of like my free day when it comes to that, being like, we're doing something Saturday, but I don't know what. See, I've got 4 commissions lined up, my friend. 4 commissions. That's a painful experience. Class subclass for 5e Pathfinder. What do you mean C and C in Shadow Dark? I mean, you are a sellout. I mean, a filthy sellout. Genuinely speaking, I'm a little disappointed, like at a fundamental level. The thing is, for those four different systems, I mean, oh, Castles and Crusades. Okay, here's the issue. Here's the issue with that. Those are 4 different markets. Each one of those markets doesn't want to buy the other, except maybe the Shadow Dark 5e people. That might be the case. Independently, DNC, I check out what they want to do. That I can tell you this much, it ain't going to be much. Shadow Dark's going for about a 99 cents per class. 5e is 5e depending on how much you add to it. Depending on how much you put into it. You can go for a few bucks. Logic is that's the same thing in 4 rule sets. Okay, I'm gonna present to you something. I'm going to tell you how to fix a coffee machine. But I'm going to tell you in the same manual, 4 times as expensive to fix 4 different coffee machines when you needed 1. That's the issue. The people playing 5e do not care about I keep saying Calling Cthulhu, Castles and Crusades. People playing Shadow Dark probably care about 5e, let's be honest. But they don't care about Pathfinder. They don't, they are all in the same circle. They are not in the same spheres. They are all definitely D20 games, and you can probably share the exact same ideas, but selling them together, maybe as like a bundle, but keep them separate. Because the 5e people don't want to buy fucking Castles and Crusades thing, just as much as they don't want to buy a Pathfinder thing, and they don't want to pay for everything. I would say $2, $2 for each. Like, if you're just doing like class features, mind you, $2-3 is going to be probably good enough. If you're adding like an adventure, some lore, stuff like that, you can probably bump it up to $5-6 pretty reliably. To imagine not being good enough to sell out. Exactly. I am not good enough to sell out. I'm better than that. I have morals. I have desires. Even though Lubu is desperately trying to get me to commit sacrilege by forcing me to write a PBTA game because he hates me. He hates me. He hates my mental health. See, Lubu is gonna pay me to do the PBTA game. I'm gonna be dead fucking silent the entire time. No funnies, no ha-has, nothing. Dead silence. No music in the background either. Just gonna be me typing. That's all you're gonna hear. What's there's notable differences, mostly because like Blades in the Dark is more of a dice pool system. There's a little bit more under the hood with Blades in the Dark than PBTA games in Raw. Though most likely, which I do plan on when we hit the SRD extravaganza, I do plan on talking a little bit more about the I wonder thing. Do I wonder if I have it written down? This is very important. I might not have. A faster way to find files. No, I never want to find my files this way. I have a very specific way I find my fucking files. I don't need any of this bullshit. Don't need any of this. I don't want any of this. Give me what I need. There's waifu core. Fuck. I need to start doing showcases. It's been a while since I've done a showcase. But we kind of stopped doing that orange server. Not happen. I'm gonna feel very silly. I'm gonna be in the e-files. Yeah, I don't even have it in my SRD files. Because if I go to yeah, if you want my old experience, this is Okasan's Big Happy Family. I do plan on formalizing the N2F because this game is not very long and I could probably get it set up pretty easily. I could probably get this set up as a PDF very easily, but I actually already did get this set up as a PDF. If I go to... No, I fucking... Google, let me go back to the old way. That's all I'm asking. Sprug Library. Yeah, all the various games that I've done. I do have Okasan's Big Happy Family right here. I had my friend help me out a little bit with it, trying to it's not perfect. I will most likely come back to fix it one day to make it a little bit better. So I was just using like free icons and stuff. Yeah, we got things like this. Don't. Okay, luckily I'm covering that. Yeah, like these are all the various PDFs that I've actually like completed. These are all done in one way or another. Yeah, I forgot Grambaum 2 was here. I did this one in Infinity. This was InDesign. Gil, God, I need to fix this. Gil is one of those games I just need to sit down and just do. Yeah, good times with this one. This actually became yeah, Wakata Shinobu. This actually became a lot of this got integrated into good for you being above money, and here I thought I was going to approach you for commission. I'll keep my filthy money anyway. I'm not above money. I'm above writing 5e content. You wouldn't be wanting me to write 5e content, would you, Noonie? You wouldn't be doing that, right, Noonie? You silly Billy, you wouldn't be writing 5e, would you? Noonie, don't hurt me. Hurt me this. Please, Noonie, I'm begging you. You have a lot of old ass systems banning you. Why? 2 reasons. They found out I was a dude. 1. The other reason, which I thought was a little bit funny, is Petals in the Wind is actually it's based off it is based off a handful of manga I read. Mostly Josei manga. Yes, I actually like Josei manga. Josei Yuri manga is very fascinating because there's this constant sense of this will not last. This is actually a fairly common thing in Japan, by the way, which is, hey, in high school, girls can kiss girls, you can hold hands, everything's fine. But when you are an adult, you stop doing that. You get a husband, you become a real part of society. What I did with this is I actually played on that quite heavily, which was, hey, for Yuri Jam, I wanted to make sure that, like, yeah, here's kind of like an idea of we're expected to be in relationships, expected to do this. The problem being, you're kind of have this expectation of not doing that, and you have various characters are trying to influence the main character and all the associated problems that go along with it. It is a kind of more of a more somber piece than I think I was initially going for, and they didn't like that, but that was mind you, they also that was also the jam that had someone make a Mega Man game. I'm like, cool, it's a Mega Man game, except you shoot estrogen at people. Yeah, it was a weird jam. I wonder if I can find your oh wow. Yeah, it was fascinating people. Yeah, it was. I wonder if I can find Yuri Jam 2020 still. Yeah, here we go. Yuri Jam 2020. If we go to submissions, yeah, this is where I found A Quiet Life, which is like 4 pages long, mind you. It's not a game. Yeah, this is Heart Clash. This is the one where you literally shoot like estrogen at people. Like, yeah, it's yeah, happy day with her favorite ninja patty, but municipal drones go haywire. Yeah, there's a few odd ones with this one. I was more fascinated in it. A lot of visual novels, a lot of things like that. Just kind of see right here. That's who I am. I was the odd man out. Well, I wasn't really the odd man out, now was I? But that's yeah, this was the sequel visual novel that I'm like, oh, it's a lot of like weird visual novels and stuff. But yeah, one of those fascinating things that I was just like, okay, this is why I kind of stopped doing like impromptu jams. What game won the jam? Odd man and AO. Yeah. Yeah, no. I don't think anyone really won. I think I won because I actually made a relatively serious piece. But I always win everything. Because I'm the great. I am the greatest. I am the greatest, Shazbot. But yeah, no, I do plan on uploading more things. Someone actually bought Zombies and Ziggurats for $5 the other day. I lost, but I won. And maybe losing was the real victory. But yeah, no, that game was a little bit weird. I wish I could probably go back to that one. But yeah, here's War on the Relic Frontier. Probably I should fix that one of the days. There's a couple games I need like to clean up, to make. We have the official Crisis Heroine game. Yeah, this is the Crisis Heroine game version, which just has David Hasselhoff throughout. None of the words are changed. It's just David Hasselhoff photos everywhere. Yeah, this is very important. The High Fleet game. Hive Fleet is technically like done. Like you can technically like play this game just fine. The actual like creator of the game apparently liked it. The only issue with this particular game is that it's very difficult to... It's a lot more artistic than anything else, and that's kind of like one of its own. That's kind of like one of its issues. But generally speaking, the main guy actually liked it. I wish I could get more of the artwork. I can't fucking play Hive Fleet because I will have a fucking seizure. Hive Fleet it actually did get its own character sheet. I think I did one. I don't know where I put it though. That's kind of the issue. Oh yeah, I could probably clean up Dying of Dryads pretty easily. Yeah. Because Dying of Dryads could probably get one to make it itself a little bit more appealing, because this game is very strange, and finding things for it is very. I could probably publish this by itself just fine. A little bit hesitant to, because there is a lot of sex in it. Like that's the entire point of this game, is just sex. Yeah. I'm trying to like remember to like, do I have any like overt pornography in this one? No. Yeah, all this is technically free to use artwork, so I could probably publish. Did I publish it? I think I did. No, I never did. I could probably do that. Oh yeah, Stigmata. Stigmata could probably get an update one of these days. Stigmata's very weak. We do have. There we go. Yeah, this is where I was trying to get very creative. Was like the a more mechanical minded version. Oh yeah, when graphic design was your passion. Not even that. It was like it was not a very long game, so I wanted to see how much I could do with just as little as possible. With all the blinding lights, know thy enemy and things like that. Again, I could probably do things to fix things up a lot easier. Yeah. As you can tell, yeah, things were maybe not the prettiest in the world. Yeah. The Lord hath blessed thy flock with the brave, the Son has blessed the chosen with courage, the Spirit has blessed the warrior with faith, to those bestowed stigmata die in glory. Man, climbing the Tower of Babel. Demonic and various demonic creation, critical threats, designing how floors are supposed to work, supply drops, and giving thanks. Yep, the Eastern European to keep in. Yeah, there's some probably. Yeah, there's quite a few games that I would like to go back over, including the nightmarish version of Eno Guilt, which I had to make one fucking page because somebody, not naming any names, law, fucked me over like last minute and didn't make it a real one. But yeah, no, there's things I would like to. I do plan, the main goal is to get a game out every month as a PDF. I really wish you again a game with cards, and all I'm saying is I think I know how to do Sword Bastards, but I am really open to. I have a few ideas for Sword Bastards that I'm willing to get very experimental with these next two games. I'm willing to get very experimental, just because I'm curious. I was actually asking one of the people in the server actually. Sword Bastards next. Yeah, Sword Bastards is next. Then it's currently the lineup is, if things are according correct, Sword Bastards, the MOBA Commission. I say the MOBA Commission, followed by the Scala Maleficarium. Actually, oh god, oh no, oh no, oh no. Followed by let's see. Oh yeah, we have another mecha game actually coming up. That's the big thing. We actually have a mecha game coming up, which I'm slightly happy about. Then we're going to be doing the SRD Nightmare. Then imagine making your commission sheet a fillable form. It is a fillable form. Yeah, it is. Ta-da! Yeah, this is going to be a mecha game. We're not going to see that one for a while. Then we'll do the SRD Nightmare. Then we actually have. Where the hell is this on the website? Don't talk about the website. We don't talk about the website. All right. I tried finding it. Give me 1 second. After that, we have technically the Battle Harem RPG and yeah, commission. One of the many crack dens I own. If we go to not Wix, go away Wix and Rug. I'm gonna get a ding on my phone saying hello. If you go to other things that are important and scroll down to paying Notepad add-on for a game, you click this. It'll open this up, and then you write in here, and then you send it to me. I purposely did it this way for 2 reasons. Now, mind you, this is actually like a thing you have to download, write in, and do it. I did this for 2 reasons. One, so I actually have a method of communication with you. This is the big thing. You're sending me an email, you're sending me a DM, you're sending me a thing, so I now have a method to contact you. I think that's pretty easy to kind of understand. That's kind of the main reason. I don't want it to be like a form you fill out on my website or something, because hey, the Wix is unreliable. I like Wix, but not that much. Owning crack dens and mining contracts in South Africa and such. Exactly. Though we should be escaping the Congo here soon. Probably do that at the end of the month. But, yeah. So if you ever do want to know, I have not touched the website. I will do that. You know what, Draco? Just for you, I'm going to do that tonight. We're updating the website tonight, baby. Yeah. But, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Life's good. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing the Tears of the Machine video. I don't actually think the Tears of the Machine video is going to be very long, because it's technically going to be 2 videos. It's going to be 2 videos in one, because I kind of need to talk about Tears of a Machine SC, and then I also need to talk about Tears of a Machine. Both of which are kind of, both have their own question. It would be funny for us, but not much for you. I do think I need to actually get a website, and like a nice website. I don't know how to make a nice website. Wix is very easy. if you truly want to know why I use Wix, shit's easy. Use WordPress. I don't know how to use WordPress. I thought about it before. I'm like, this looks confusing. And I was getting a bunch of Wix ads, so I'm like, I'll use Wix, and then the rest is history. Yeah, that if you really want the true answer, like, one of the other issues is that, like, I have my website listed everywhere as this, so I'm not super enthusiastic about shifting it over to a new site unless I put it on the original site and then change the card, because I do actually have a card. Oh, I said I have a card. Ta-da! I do have this, which has everything you need on it. If I want to be really efficient, I should put on like this is the commission document. But yeah, like here's everything you need. Yeah, be and continue. Yeah, no one really touches the Ko-fi, for good fucking reason. Tweeter, I gotta change my tweeter up on here. If you notice, I'm very good at my job. We've got this. We got the drive. Technically, we have the drive-through RPG. Again, these are the two things. We have Extraordinary Youth Camp and Relic here. Extraordinary Youth Camp needs. I could probably get this to make it look a little bit nicer. Or on the Relic Frontier, we've got 3 reviews. 1, 2, 3, pretty standard stuff. No written. Not a lot of people actually buy. Well, to be frank, no one really buys any of my games. To give you an idea, like all titles, I don't like to make any money off of these. Like, let's do like a sales report, like on Exceptional Youth Camp. Let's see how much money I've made. Or you know, let's be cool. Let's be pog. Let's go all the way back to January 1st, 2020. Run that report. Let's see how much money I've actually made, just in total. In total, I've made $27 off my own games, or more accurately, $17.69. A lot of people have downloaded it. That's always cool. I like it when people download it. That means at least somebody gave a shit. I've probably made more money so far off of... I've probably made more money off of Dungeon Tactics at this point than anything else. Yeah. It was Pocket Quest. Oh, wait. Ignore you. Oh. Up there. It's not technical issues, it's me being stupid. Yeah, I don't actually, like, make much money. Do I think it's going to be another Pocket Quest? They might do another Pocket Quest. They might not. Because Pocket Quest was, I think, before the Roll20 merger. So that might honestly cause some concern. You get what I mean? That might cause some concerns for some people. Which they're going whole ham on the fucking merger between those two, by the way. I am worried, team. Yeah, like I don't really make a lot of money off any of these. Oh yeah, let's see, did we hit no, we haven't hit anything. We don't even have any reviews. We have no stars. Wow, we're really gaming. Hell yeah. Yeah, here's Dungeon Tactics. Ta-da! Technically, you could get it in the Burnt Jester Games bundle for $88. Yeah. Let's see. It seems like the only way to make money is to make BattleTech supplements and fan stuff if they allow it. Yeah, pretty much. It's an odd game after all. But server in the end of March, he asked for the Steam, and the next one should be. Oh, neat. Compared to the standard games of Stormforge, it's not D&D. Yeah. Has Isaac reached out again? We've talked. I don't know if he's watching, and if he is, hi Isaac. If not, he's reached out. He's been wanting me to actually join Stormforge, his actual like collective. I have turned him down on that, and generally speaking, I most likely will not join. I'm not saying this is like me no like Stormforge. No, I'm saying that is like, did he actively fuck you over on your last deal? No. I don't think, I think the term you're looking out for, I think the word you need to worry about there is actively. I think he passively fucked me over on the last deal. Passively is a very important one. Talk to Law about dungeon tactics, and you'll get the story there, which is a little bit funny. Nah, it's things like that. I'm like, it was like the 2-year like gap between things. He wrote like an entire another game, wrote and published an entire another game between things. So I was like, a lot of the time I was a little bit hesitant about some things. Let me see. Such as for example, this was originally supposed to be 25%. Like that was originally 25%. 20% now. That's fine. I don't really particularly care. And it's not like I don't care because like no, it's more like I don't care because I'm tired and I don't want to think about it anymore. I wonder if I still have that. I don't think I even have the original thing anymore. You know what I can do a little bit. Let's do some digging. There we go. I can do this. There we go. Again, I don't say this is active malice, because that would imply a lot of different things. I don't believe it is active malice. I believe it is completely passive. This is kind of like what I mean by like, it's kind of like passive malice. Commission costs up front as well as royalty split from that sale. Assuming, you know, I'm aiming to do full color as much as I can cram into it. 50-page book. I'm thinking $75, $9.99 range for the PDF. Printing costs with physical release, because there was supposed to be a physical release. I don't think there will. 35 per cut. Hosting a book, presuming $10. $6.50 gross profit. I'll be adding the art. So I'd say 80-20 split gross profit in my favor would be reasonable. Make it 75-25 in your favor and you have a deal. I'm happy with that. All right, I'll get the info set up in it. We did agree on 25. He just did 20 because I think he just saw this. Again, not active malice. I think it's just passive malice of just uncaring. I think he was tired of it and I think I was tired of it. Simple as. So that's the story there, everybody. Yeah, no, I'll call it there. Thank you all for watching. My name is Notepad Anon. Hope you had a wonderful time. Tomorrow we're going to have to do the Tears of the Machine video. Then if things, again, suggesting things don't go for insanely long, we're going to be doing the we're going to be doing more Pretty Derby. I worked on some of the tables today. I worked on a bunch of things there. It's just going to be having to be me sitting there and just hammering out detail after detail. It's just going to be me and an Excel sheet for hours. It is not going to be fun. I'll be here. I'll answer questions. You know how the game goes. So, thank you. Godspeed. Good luck. You know the rest.